To be honest, I personally don't think my life is as dramatic as some. I don't really talk about my life, but I'll be drawing my life for something like this. Let's rewind. It all started on January 9, 1998. Joke. I was born in Montreal, Quebec, the French part of Canada, on what they call the Black Friday. Every world had ice, and my mom had to get to the hospital in a helicopter. After I was born, she had to stay in the hospital for a week until the power came back. I was lucky enough to have 2 loving parents that went through a lot. My dad Carlos is from Lebanon. He escaped death at least 4 times and has crazy stories about him and his family escaping the civil war in the 80s. My mom Helen grew up on a farm and has no idea who her father is. Ha, grandma. I've always looked up to my bigger sister Vero. She would bring me to the movies, look really cool before she went out, and I think I took some of that in me. She also came up with my name Melina as she was playing Mortal Kombat, dude. She wanted me to be a badass. Just like the character, of course I am. And for my big brother Kevin, he's very extroverted and gay. He loved doing pranks on me, which helped me accept being ridiculed in a way. When I turned 10, this little evil baby in the name of Kayla, Kiki, was born. My family in general, we are very, very loud and crazy French family. Sometimes it is a toxic household. You don't want to be at the same dinner table with us, but you do want to be at the same dance floor with us. Being very extroverted made me want to enter acting and dancing school at a young age. I've never been good at verbal stuff. In primary school, they actually put me in this immigrant class because in my household, we kept switching from Arabic to French, so my French sounded very broken. I then did hip-hop for all of my primary school. I was alright, I guess. I also tried guitar and piano, but my fingers were so small, I swear it's not an excuse. I had my first kiss in the 4th grade. At lunchtime, people went around us shouting our name. So awkward. Before leaving primary school in the yearbook, I was named the iPod and DJ girl because I had my iPod on me everywhere. And after primary school, it was time to enter secondary school. Definitely not my favorite years in my life, kind of like every teenager's. I obviously lost contacts with all of my old friends and entered an English school to learn English, obviously. I could barely understand any classes and would use a translator dictionary for every single word. I also got diagnosed with endometriosis. It's a painful disorder that hurts the inside of the uterus. It was limiting a lot of my activities and it was painful. This is around the time that Yes became addicted to everything Korean. While the cool kids were addicted to Paramore, my bedroom was filled with Korean men's. I also started isolating myself because of puberty, I'm guessing. I considered myself a total loser, and my boyfriend at the time also made me less extroverted. It was in general pretty toxic, so I turned into video games. BO2 and GTA was really the game I was into. Day and night, non-stop, baby. My first username was Miss Atmosphere. Ugh, that's where it all started. I started getting recognized in the gaming community and even did a 1v1 video with Blaziken. The good times. My channel started growing pretty rapidly. I remember my first introduction video got like 40k views in almost 2 weeks. So I grew up as an internet kid, Filthy Frank, PewDiePie, and was a pretty big FaZe fangirl. And then in high school, I was studying to go into dentistry because my teacher told me I was very stable, skilled with my hands, and I love science. But I ended up going to 3D animation actually when I realized it combined everything I loved: art, acting, science, and computer tech. I had the choice of going to college or concentrate on my YouTube channel that was doing really good, but back in the days, making YouTube a career wasn't a common choice, so I chose the college way. Got accepted in this really hard 3D animation program. Entering college is when OuiMimi was released. My dad is Arabic, so he's really strict, but I was old enough to finally do what I want. I lost my baby weight and started modeling, acting, and putting way too much importance on my looks and cared less about school. In Quebec, the legal drinking age is 18, so I would party way too much. Got me to fail some classes, very disappointed in myself, but we all go through phases that we don't want to look back, right? This is around the time that I actually entered this reality TV show. It was the same concept as Paris Hilton, my best friend, but with a Quebec star. I ended up making it to the final, but it sadly got cancelled because of the network channel closing down. At that point, I wanted to change my life. I felt a bit stuck in Montreal. I traveled to Japan, learned a lot of animation skills, and started vlogging again, and then decided to go to LA with my best friend Emily for 2 months on a couch and see what happens. I had the time of my life, even infiltrated Tana on Joe's 21st birthday as a fake photographers. That's when I also met Curtis. Back in the days, me and FaZe Agony were friends, and while I was in LA, we wanted to meet. So he told me to meet in Anaheim at a COD event. Met Curtis, went clubbing, and he held my hair while I was vomiting. That's when I knew it was true love. Went back to Montreal and continued my 3D animation classes, but this lifestyle people are reconnected with made me want to take this gaming career seriously. Dropped everything to concentrate on streaming and started freelancing my art on the side also. And then I realized that entertaining people and being on the internet is what truly made me happy. It was a tough choice to do though. I had my whole life figured out. I was going to try and enter Ubisoft or Disney, but I wanted to prove to myself that I can make this career work. I'm at the stage now that joining an org is what's missing. Sense of a gaming family. That's when I entered phase 1, got into top 100, then top 20, and actually won it. That's right. Joke on this. So yeah, I've never felt more like myself ever since. Thanks to my family, thanks to my friends, thanks to not just the good but bad experience in my life. I am who I am today. Like everyone, I still go through highs and lows, but I'm happy with the path I chose.